Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So today we are getting into a Southern classic, honey. Peach cobbler, completely from scratch, homemade. Of course, we got to top it off with the vanilla ice cream. Y'all, this is one of my favorite desserts. It's just it's sweet. I love the freshness from the peaches. Everything is just everything. Let's get into it. So first, we are going to start off by cleaning our peaches. You want to remove any of the PLU stickers, and then you want to give it a good wash. And then this is just the first step of cleaning because we will be dropping these in boiling water, and that will also, clean it also. So you're going to take a knife, and at the butt, whatever you want to call that, part of the peach, the butt of the peach, you're going to carve a X. And this will make sense in a little bit. So just take every peach, and then right at the little butt nipple part of it, you're going to carve an X. And you want to go deep enough to kind of pierce the skin, but you're not trying to carve the peach, okay? So I have a pot of boiling water, and then I also have a ice bath next to it. And you are going to rotate your peaches into the boiling water for about 30 seconds or so. And the reason we're doing this is to loosen up the skin, so when we peel the peach, you just get skin instead of flesh. So you're going to continue this process until you're done. But also remember, do not let your peaches stay in the ice bath for more than 30 seconds also, because you don't want them to get super soggy, okay? So 30 seconds in the hot water, 30 seconds in the ice bath, and then you transfer it over to a separate bowl so that it will not get soggy. So once all of your peaches have been poached is the word that you can use for it, you're going to remove the skin. I found it way easier to just use a vegetable peeler, but as you can see, all I'm getting while I'm cutting is skin, and I'm not cutting off any flesh, and that was the purpose of the boiling water and the ice bath, so that because you want your peaches, it's peach cobbler. So all we're getting while we're removing the skin is skin. It kind of separates the skin from the meat of the peach, if that makes any sense. So you're going to repeat this process. You can use a knife, or you can go ahead and try and peel with your hand, honey. The vegetable peeler is the best thing since sliced bread, and I appreciate whoever invented this because it made my life so much easier. So once you're done peeling your peaches, be careful, but you're gonna want to cut down the middle if possible of your peach. If not, you can do it where you kind of slice it through the pit to the pit and then kind of cut around it, but I did it this way. So of course you want to remove the pit, and then you also kind of want to go back in there and clean up where the pit laid at, because it's little kind of hard texture there. So make sure you cut that off as well, and you'll see me doing so here. Now I do recommend kind of leaving that red coloring from the pit. I think it makes the cobbler so pretty, and then it just brings that freshness through as a visual. So if you can kind of leave a little bit of red, I think it's beautiful. But that pit has to go. And then you're going to remove as much as you can, just the textured part, because it's really, really hard. And that ain't cute for peach cobbler. Peach cobbler is supposed to be, slight crunch, but, cooked peaches for the most part. So you want to cut your peaches a nice size and make sure that they're not sliced too thin, because we want nice sized peaches in our peach cobbler. So complete this process until all of your peaches are sliced and diced. So after I'm done slicing all of my peaches, I have a whole stick of unsalted butter and a 9 by 13 baking pan, and we're gonna put it in the oven on 350 to let it melt. So while we're waiting on our butter, this is what our peaches are looking like. Y'all, it's so pretty with a little red, left over from the pit. Beautiful. All of them are sliced a nice size. As you can see, I left them pretty thick because I like to have peaches. So I started off with white sugar, brown sugar, added some cinnamon, nutmeg, lemon juice or extract, whichever you have, vanilla, and cornstarch. All measurements and ingredients, of course, will be linked down in the description box below. And yeah, the reason we use the cornstarch is it's gonna kind of keep our juice a little thick instead of runny. And don't worry, at first, you know, it starts off dry, but as you can see with all the sugar and everything, it gets juicy. So to start on our crust, you have self-rising flour, cinnamon, brown sugar, granulated sugar, a little pinch of salt. And you're gonna go ahead and give that a whisk and make sure that all ingredients are well incorporated. Once everything is incorporated, you're gonna go ahead and add cold milk. I started off with a little bit at a time because I wanted to make sure that my consistency was right, but this was spot on. So I ended up using all of the milk, and then as you can see, the crust mixture is gonna come together quite nicely. And this is the consistency that we're looking for, kind of like pancake mix. So our butter is melted, and then we're gonna go ahead and pour the crust mixture directly into the butter. And then we're going to add our peaches on top. Do not panic. The dough will kind of rise through the peaches, and then that's gonna give that nice crust in midst of the cobbler. So what I'm gonna do is kind of make room and, you know, give a little cheat sheet for the dough to rise, and I'm gonna move around the peaches as much as I can just to make sure that we have like equal crust to peaches ratio. So I have a cookie sheet here, and I'm gonna transfer my baking pan over to the cookie sheet. And the reason I'm doing this is because we have butter, we have a lot of sugar, and it's possible for things like this to boil over, and you don't want to ruin your oven and have extra cleanup. So I'm gonna put this in the oven on 350 for 45 to 50 minutes. You'll be able to tell when it's done. It's gonna have a nice golden brown to the top of it. So here we are 45 minutes later, and look at what the sugar lava is giving, honey. This cobbler is gorgeous. I love the freshness of the peaches. So I'm gonna actually let this cool down just a bit because I don't want to go into it piping hot. So I'm gonna let this sit for about 10 minutes before I actually cut into this bad boy and enjoy. But look at what it's giving. Yes. So old-fashioned like, I enjoy my peach cobbler with a nice scoop of vanilla ice cream. And as you can see, it's still a little hot, but that's perfect because it's gonna melt the ice cream just a little bit. But this is the absolute best combination. When eating peach cobbler, please leave down in the comment section below how you enjoy your peach cobbler. Do you add ice cream, or do you just eat the cobbler by itself? I also enjoyed some of the peaches that were on top still had a slight crunch, and it was amazing, and it paired really well with everything else. It came together very well. If you want to cook your peaches before adding them to your cobbler, feel free to do so. You can saute them for 5 to 10 minutes before you add it. I love a good crunch in my fruit, so I enjoyed it this way. So again, thank you guys for tuning into another video. I will be back soon with other recipes. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye.